Good morning, children. So we have successfully completed the lesson, and now it's time for us to go for the grammar. So to start with, we have nouns. So what do you mean by a noun? We have learned it in the classes earlier. What do we mean by a noun? So what do you mean by a noun? A noun is the name of a person, place, thing, quality, idea, etc. Okay, so a word which denotes the name of a person, a place, a thing, a quality, an idea, etc. is called a noun. So what's a noun? A noun is a name of a person, place, thing, quality, or idea. Okay? So simply we say naming words are called nouns. Simply. But the exact meaning of a noun is a word that represents the name of a person, a place, a thing, a quality, or an idea is called a noun. Okay? So what do you mean by a noun? Noun is the name of a person, place, thing, quality, or an idea. Clear? Good. Now, what are the kinds of nouns? What are the kinds of nouns? Nouns are broadly divided into two categories. Okay? Nouns are broadly divided into two categories. One is called concrete noun. The second is called abstract noun. Okay? So first one is called concrete noun. The second one is called abstract noun. So these are the two classifications of nouns. Now, what do you mean by a concrete noun? Concrete means what? Concrete, something which is strong and something that has a shape is called concrete. So those nouns which have a shape means we can see it, we can touch it. Okay? So those things which we can see and touch, in simple terms we can say, those things which we can see and touch are called concrete nouns. Those things we cannot touch and see are called abstract nouns. So we said earlier, just now we said that we name persons, isn't it? So person, do they have a shape? Yeah, all persons have a shape. They have a body, they have legs, they have hands, they have head. We can see them, we can touch them. Isn't it? Place. Places also, no? We know when our village comes, when we are going somewhere. Or from our school, when we go to home, we know. So it has a concreteness. Then, things. For example, if I say pen, this is a pen. If I say paper, this becomes paper. Isn't it? So persons, places, things have a specific shape, a specific structure. We can touch them, we can see them. So these things are called concrete nouns. But some things are there, we cannot touch them. For example, quality. Quality. For example, we say, he is a good boy. So goodness is a quality. Goodness is a quality. Can we touch that goodness? Can we see the goodness? If the boy is not there, can we see, okay, the boy has gone, but his goodness is still there. Our rose, a rose flower. Okay, imagine this is a flower. And this flower has a quality, that is, it's a beauty. Okay, so beauty is a quality that this flower has. If I take the flower off, do we have beauty over here? Or the color over here? So these are qualities, and the qualities are those things which do not have a shape, we cannot touch them. Right? So such things are called abstract nouns. Right? So those things that we can touch and see, like the persons, places, and the things are called concrete nouns, and those things which we cannot touch are called abstract nouns. Clear? Very good. Concrete nouns are again divided. Okay? So in concrete noun we have proper noun, we have a common noun, we have a collective noun, we have a material noun. Okay, so when it comes to concrete noun, they are further divided as proper noun, common noun, collective noun, and material noun. So what are the different categories of nouns? Proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun. Right? So let's see what they are one by one. Imagine I said the word Gandhi. Gandhi. So when we say the name Gandhi or Gandhiji, the figure, the image, the picture that comes to our mind is of a person, a lean person who has only two pieces of cloth on his body, bald headed, has a stick, isn't it? We usually call him Bapuji. Okay? We do not think about anybody else in the world. Oh, from the lesson, for example, when we say Virat Kohli, do we think about any other player? No. When we say Virat Kohli, we will think only about that particular person. We are not thinking about any other player like MS Dhoni or Daniel Vettori or Chris Gale or Rose Taylor. No. Only Virat Kohli. Isn't it? And we say the match happened at the Firoz Shah Kotla Stadium. So Firoz Shah Kotla Stadium is the name of a particular stadium. Where is it located? Delhi. Again, Delhi is the name of a place. When we tell the name Delhi, we won't think about the city near our village or the town that we have near our village or places that are famous near our village like Hyderabad or Mumbai or Chennai or Calcutta or Bangalore. No, Delhi is Delhi. Isn't it? So, names like these, the names of a person or a place or thing, which is very particular. Very particular. So, such names are called proper nouns. Means they denote the name of a specific person or a thing. Okay? So, they are specific names. They are specific names. So proper nouns usually express specific names. When we when we listen or when we say or when we hear or when we read a particular person's name or a thing, we won't think about something else or somebody else, only that particular person, only that particular thing. Isn't it? So such names are called proper noun, or they always denote specific names. Okay? Now, common noun. If I say teacher, if I say the word teacher, it can be any teacher in the school. Isn't it? There are so many teachers in our school, no? There are so many teachers in our school. Not only in our school, in other schools also. So when I say the word teacher, it can be any teacher in our school or any other schools. Or when I say the word boy, same. It can be the boys in our class, in our school, in our area, in our village, any boy. Isn't it? If I say the word girl, same thing. So these are names. The speciality of these things are, these words are, these can be used for addressing anybody in that particular category. We can use the word teacher to address any teacher. It can be an LKG teacher, it can be a first grade teacher, it can be a second class teacher, it can be a 10th class teacher, or it can be somebody who teaches anything. It can be a music teacher, it can be a dancing teacher, isn't it? Computer teacher. So that is a word which can be used for addressing anybody who is a teacher. Okay? Now, boy. Any boy in the world can be called by the name boy. So, the words like these which are used commonly for a large group is called a common noun. So, they are common names we say. They are common names. Right? Now, collective noun. So, collective noun means a group of things. A group of things. For example, if I show you this. So, this actually has keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a group of keys are kept together, isn't it? A group of keys are kept together, and this group of keys we call what? What do we call? A bunch of keys. Isn't it? A bunch of keys, or grapes, fruit. A group of fruits hanging on a single stem. We call it a bunch of grapes. If we have a group of sticks, tied together, what do we call it? We call it a bundle of sticks. We call it a bundle of sticks. If we have a set of papers, we call it a bundle of paper. Okay, a group of fish. Do you know what we call a group of fish? Yeah, we call a group of fish a school. A school of fish. So words like these, lions, a pack of lions. Cattle, a herd of cattle. Herd, H-E-R-D, herd. Okay, so these kinds of words which represents not one animal or one thing but a group of things together is called a collective noun. Right? So the words which represents a group of things together or a group of nouns together is called a collective noun. So we can say it as group names. Right? Now the next one is material noun. What do you mean by material noun? What do you mean by material? Material simply means nothing else but things, na? Okay. Now we use different kinds of things. We use different kinds of things. For example, I have a pen. Right? I have a knife, or I have a book with me. So we use a lot of things, but the thing that we use is actually made up of something else, isn't it? So things that we use, for example, we have a pen here. This pen is made of what? Yeah, this pen is made up of plastic. This pen is made up of plastic. If I think about this particular knife, we have a plastic and then an iron, metal part inside it, na? Isn't it? So plastic is one thing, then iron is used for making it. If I think about this particular book, what is this made up of? A book made up of paper. Book is made up of paper. If I think about this particular vase, this vase, flower vase. So what is used for making this vase? Yeah, we use mud, clay. Isn't it? Now, look at the door. You have a door there, you have a bed there, you have a table there. What do we use to make these things? Or with what is the bed or the door or some other parts of your house made, a table or a chair? Yes, we use wood. Okay, so what is the speciality of these things? The things like plastic, iron or some other metals also, then paper, clay, then we use wool, cotton, then wood. So all these things are used for making some other thing, isn't it? We use plastic for making a pen. Your plates may be made up of plastic. The buckets that we use in our house are made up of plastics. We have plastic chairs. We have the dress hangers are made up of plastics. Isn't it? Just look around yourself in your house. How many things are there? Water bottles are there. Isn't it? So a lot many things are made up of plastic. Is it? So is it possible for you to just look around and list down the things that you have at your home which is made up of plastic? Now, the second thing, iron. So I said knife is made up of iron, scissors are made up of iron. Are these the things? Sometimes we can see some parts of the chair is made up of iron. The window grills are there. Window grills, they are made up of iron. So just like plastic, iron is also used for making different things. Then we have paper. the morning newspaper, the different kinds of books we have, then the dictionaries and all those kinds of things. Tissue papers are there. Everything is one or other kind of a paper, isn't it? Then clay. We have clay pots. Water pots are there, no? Which we use to keep water inside. It will be very cool. The water inside the pot will be very cool, naturally cool. Then artifacts kinds of things. Then teacups are also there, which is made up of clay. So clay is used for making different things. Wood. The doors are made of wood. The windows are made of wood. The table is made of wood. Chairs are made of wood. Bed is made of wood. The cupboard doors are made of wood. So these things we use for making other different things. So these things are known as materials with which other things are made. Clear? So the name of a thing which is used for making other things is called a material noun. The name of a thing which is used for making other things are called a material noun. So what do you mean by material noun? The name of a thing which is used for making other things. Bed is not a material noun, bed is a common noun. But wood which is used for making that bed is a material noun. Clear? So, noun is the name of a person, place, a thing or a quality. They are of two types of concrete noun and abstract noun. So, concrete nouns are those nouns which we can see, which have a structure, which have a shape. Okay? There are four types: proper noun, common noun, collective noun and material noun. So, proper noun is the name of a specific person, place or a thing. Proper noun denotes the name of a specific person, place or a thing. Common nouns are names which are used for common, in common, which can be used in common. Collective nouns are group names. Okay, a team of players, like that. Material nouns are names of things with which we make other things. Like a gold is used for making some ornaments, or a silver is used for making ornaments. Steel is used for making different kinds of utensils that we use in the house. Okay, so these kinds of things come under material noun. Right? Now, what is an abstract noun? So we have said that abstract noun actually denotes to qualities, because that is something that we cannot see. We cannot see abstract nouns because they do not have any particular shape. This abstract noun always depends on a concrete noun to exist. Okay? I said now, if we have a flower and we say beauty, beauty is an abstract noun, and we say beauty of this particular flower. If I remove this flower, will the beauty remain there? No. Right? Or if I say whiteness, the board, white color, whiteness of the board is a quality of this board. If I remove this board, will we get that whiteness over there? No. So whiteness exists only if the board exists. If there is no board, then there is no whiteness. So abstract nouns always depend on a concrete noun for its existence. Right? Abstract nouns always depend on a concrete noun for its existence. And what are the things that come under this abstract noun? We get a quality, we get a feelings. Happiness, sadness. If I am happy, as long as I am here, the people over here or this area will have that happiness. If I go, will my happiness remain here? No, it will come along with me. So happiness, sadness, kind of feelings are abstract nouns. Then actions. Laughing. Laughing. Laughing is an action which is an abstract noun because if I do not laugh, then nothing happens. Nobody can see me. Isn't it? So, laughter, crying, these kinds of actions are abstract nouns, and then ideas. So, ideas, actions, and these kinds of things are something that we cannot see, touch, but we can enjoy and feel them. Okay? So, such kinds of things are called abstract nouns. Now, abstract nouns usually come from the adjective form of it. Abstract nouns are nouns that usually gets derived from the adjective part. For example, as I said earlier, he is a good boy. He is a good boy. In that, good is an adjective, isn't it? The word good is describing the word boy, isn't it? So the word good is describing the word boy. So this is a word of description or an adjective. So when we make a noun from this good, we get a goodness, isn't it? So goodness is a noun form that we get from the adjective good. Clear? So such nouns are always abstract nouns and we can hardly see them. Clear? So I will leave the board for a while for you to have a look at it, and after that we will continue with the class. So children, we have seen the different types of nouns, and in that we had this thing called the common noun. Okay, so what do you mean by common noun? A common noun is a word which denotes a name of a person, place or a thing in common. Like the examples what we have seen is a boy or a girl, or we can say city or a book. So these words are examples for a common noun. Now, we use an article a or an before a common noun. A or an is an article which we use before a common noun. A is used before a consonant sound. The consonant sound means no, which is not a vowel sound. For example, we say a boy or a girl, a book. Okay, it goes like that. And we use an in front of a vowel sound, an apple or an orange or an umbrella. Right? So a or an is usually used in a common noun, and that is used based on the letter that comes after it. If it is a vowel sound, not letter, vowel sound, we use an before it. Okay? So an is used before a vowel sound and a is used before a consonant sound. Right? So this is about the common noun. And in common noun we have one more feature, we call it singular plural. So another feature of a common noun that we need to learn is whether they are countable or uncountable. What do you mean by countable noun and what do you mean by uncountable noun? Say, some things we can count. For example, if I have some pens in my hand, we can simply count it. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can count them. But some things in around us we cannot count. For example, if I have water, is it possible for me to count 1 water, 2 water, 3 water, 4 water? I counted 1 pen, 2 pen, 3 pen, 4 pen. In the same way, is it possible for us to count water? Or is it possible for us to count things like milk? I need 1 milk, I need 2 milks. Is it possible for us to say it like that? No. So this is where we got the difference between a countable noun and an uncountable noun. So countable nouns are those nouns which we can count, or we can say able to be counted. So what do you mean by a countable noun? Countable nouns are those nouns which are able to be counted. Right? Countable nouns are those nouns which are able to be counted. It means we can count them one by one. Clear? And there are some nouns which we cannot count, or we say they are unable to be counted. For example, we have abstract nouns. For example, if you say I feel pain, so pain is an abstract noun. Is it possible for us to tell that I feel 1 pain or I feel 5 pains? Laughter is an action. So is it possible for us to tell that he laughs 2 or he laughed 3? Is it possible? Isn't it? So we cannot say count, we cannot count some nouns in the world. Right? Furniture. If there is only 1 chair, it's furniture. If there are 10 chairs, that is a furniture. Okay? So, we need to check whether these things are able to be counted or not, and based on that we divide this. Some things we can count and they are known as countable nouns. Some things we cannot count, they are known as uncountable nouns. Okay? Ajay? Okay, na? Continuation ఉంది. కిషోర్ ఫోన్ చేసి బహుశా నాకు చేసుకుంటారు, నాకు చేయలేదు. నేను చేయదు, నాకే చేస్తాను. వెబ్సైట్ ఎంజాయ్. Okay, so those counts which we can count are known as countable nouns. Those which we cannot count are called uncountable nouns. Now, there are some nouns which have only singular forms. Okay, there are some nouns which has only singular forms. There is no plural form for that. Okay, no plural. For example, if we say juice or beauty or luggage, then honesty, So these kinds of words, the speciality is that they do not have a plural form. They exist only in their singular form. Okay? They exist only in their singular form. Right? Now, some has only plural forms. No singular. That's very important. Okay, some nouns have no singular forms, they have only plural forms. For example, we say trousers. So what do you mean by trousers? Trousers means pants. Pants we wear, na? Pants. So pants is the word we used to call it, not a pant. Because if you tell pant, it has to be only one leg. There is no second leg. Okay. Another word we have is spectacles. Spectacles. Spectacles means what? The glasses we wear. Okay. The glasses we wear. If I say spectacle, it has to be only one glass. The second glass is missing. The second glass is missing. Okay. So is it possible for us to use only one glass? No. We cannot use a one glass piece for reading or to have a clear view on the other side. Another thing is scissors. We usually say scissor. No, scissor is a wrong usage. We have to say scissors. Scissors have two parts. Huh? There will be two parts. One will be going like this. Then scissors is going to part cut. See, this is a scissors. Scissors means it has two parts. One is this thing, the second is this. Okay, so this is one, this is a second. If we say scissor, it has only one part. Only this part is not there. So, is it possible for us to use this only one part to cut? A sheet of paper or a piece of cloth or something like that? No. So both these handles together make a scissor, and that has to be said this has to be said scissors, not a scissor. Is it clear? So scissors is such a word which has no singular form. Okay. Usually we use a structure called a pair of. Before such kind of things, a pair of scissors, a pair of spectacles, a pair of trousers, like that. Okay. Now rewind it once again. So countable nouns and uncountable nouns are two categories of common nouns. Countable nouns refers to those nouns which we can count easily, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Uncountable nouns are those nouns which cannot be counted. We cannot count them. Right? So, for countable nouns, we can use examples like pen or pencils or books, etc. Uncountable nouns are laughter or beauty, means the qualities, feelings, actions, especially abstract noun always come under uncountable nouns. Okay. So some nouns has a speciality, that is they always have a singular form only. There is no plural form for them. There is no separate plural form for them. The words like juice, weather, intelligence, bravery, then beauty, luggage, honesty, these kinds of words are examples for those nouns which only has a singular form but no plural form. Some nouns have only plural forms and there is no singular form for them. Means we cannot use them in a singular way. So they are words like trousers, scissors, spectacles, right? So they cannot be used in a singular form, and they usually come with an addition of a pair of. So we always say a pair of trousers. So I have got a new pair of spectacles. I've got a new pair of spectacles. See, this pair of scissors is very good. This pair of scissors is very good. Okay, so this usage, a pair of is added before these nouns which has this particular problem. They cannot be used in a singular form. Okay, so now we will go on to the exercises once. Okay.